Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Lester Troutman.
It's Zap Troutman.
From the group Zap. And when we in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we always listen to
KBOB FM.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and we are here. It is Mika in the Morning Show and Carew, and we don't have our DJ today, but we are working on some stuff, but we're going to make it do what it do. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is Friday. Is anybody out there excited about today being Friday? I'm excited because it's Messy Friday. What about y'all? Excited. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? Let's get that started.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming.
You know you ready? Come on, Coffee. Come on, girl.
I'm coming. Can you turn me up?
Turn you up or turn you on?
Turn me up and turn me on.
Come on, girl. Gotcha. What's up?
Well, I'm going on a double date with this awesome, fantabulous couple this weekend on Saturday.
Hercules.
We're going to go get us some Texas de Brazil. And then we're going to go see that Bill Bellamy show. We're going to go to the Late Show. So I am super excited for that on Saturday.
You know what? That sounds a lot like my weekend.
Does it really?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Twinning weekends. Hey. D-Real, how you going to make us feel right now?
Yeah, I want to hang out in Oklahoma City this weekend.
Oh, and do what?
Yeah, and with who?
Just hang out.
Okay. You went to the outlet mall? Can you check on these one shoes and see if they got them?
Weather gonna be good. So,
Oh, yeah, what's the Alamo?
in Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
It's the outlet mall.
He said it's in Oklahoma City. Okay, we established that. What is it?
It's like where they got the Prada store. They don't have the Gucci store, but they got like a lot of the name brand stores that we kind of don't have here.
Oh.
It's like an outlet mall. It's like an upscale outlet mall.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the closest thing we have going into Dallas. But once you hit Dallas, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
A whole nother thing. GB, what
Okay, I
about
got
you?
$1. I'm gonna give you the real.
That dollar brings you back a treat.
Yeah.
Just gonna take it one step at a time and go with the flow.
I think
Where it take me.
I think he think we're gonna clean out the garage. I don't like that.
So I was hoping my son was gonna come home in May so we could clean out the garage, and then he
I
said,
wanna come home and clean out no
"Hey,
garage.
hey, he loves his mama. He loves his
Yeah,
mama."
he love his mama.
And he would absolutely have a grand
But
old time
I
cleaning
ain't
out the
saying-
garage with
I
his
ain't
mama.
saying that He won't do it.
He love his
I'm
mama,
saying-
but do he love her garage?
I mean, there's a lot of his stuff in that garage.
Oh, well, he don't have no choice.
well.
That's a different
Yeah,
story.
but-
You didn't say
And,
that. You didn't say.
And I want to know, what are we keeping and what are we throwing away?
Right.
But I just really want to get it kind of reorganized. It's never really been
Exactly.
organized since I moved in because I just trying to.
Yeah.
Well, then he just, hurt my feelings and said he's not coming home at all until the end of the year. So
The garage still gonna be waiting on him. No matter what time you come, the garage still gonna be waiting on you.
I don't want to clean the garage when it's cold outside. I want to clean the
All you
garage
gotta
when
do
it's
is
warm
say,
outside.
"Baby, we ain't gonna clean out the garage."
He gonna come home, huh? I'm gonna come home, mama. But y'all know what my son don't know,
What?
and I don't know if he watched the show, he gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have no more furniture in his room,
Oh, he ain't gonna-
and
Did you make it a sex dungeon or something? Where's the furniture?
I need to. No, I'm gonna refurnish it before
might
he come
and
home.
see it for his own eyes. Like, I'm gonna go see this myself. I know she's doing it right.
I did. I
know
had
she
to.
got better sense than that to throw my stuff away.
I had
I'll be
to
there.
because you did what? I ain't got no furniture. No, my grandbabies like. It was just always like, I'm going to Uncle Bubba's room. I'm going to Uncle Bubba's room. And then
Okay.
my oldest grandson kept calling it his apartment. This is my apartment. I'm going to my apartment.
And they in defense, I tell my kids when I used to be tired of my kids, I used to say, "Go to your apartment." That meant go to your room.
So the oldest grandson was calling his apartment. But when I say they utterly destroyed that furniture, them little people, they destroyed
Well,
that
it was
furniture.
his apartment. It was his stuff.
I was like looking at the furniture one day and I'm like, he really thought this was his apartment. I'm just going to tear it up.
Yeah, I used to tell my kids that though. When we would get done and I would get sick of them, but we would the apartment. They'd be like, "My apartment. Go to your room and don't come back." I used to call it the apartment too. I did. But there is so much for us to talk about. There is so much going on that I don't even know where to begin. But first
Oh
thing
my
I'm going
gosh.
to do is we're going to introduce the show and we're going to give a little bit of the weather. We're going to take a really, really, really quick break so we can collect ourselves. And then we're going to come back because me and GB, we be going round and round and round about this topic. We're going to go round and round and round again.
But guess who's here to go around with you this morning, Mika? I got you back.
I appreciate you. And D-Real better just sit over there with his grind.
Okay.
I'm about to go out to the car and get D-Real a coloring book because all I need you to do this morning is just color. Just color. No, I was playing.
So the current temperature is 35. The high today will be 66. The low will fall back to 50. And there is a 100% chance of rain. So if you're getting out, drive to arrive safely because just like today, we need you right back here. 100% chance of rain. So just like today, we need you right back here Monday, supporting, listening, giving us your topics, keeping it real because it's always going to be a party up in here. And remember, spend today with somebody special, even if that somebody special is you, because we think you're pretty special at the KBOB 89.9 radio station. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get into some things. And then, of course, I'm going to drop that topic. D-Real and GB, quit looking at me like that because it's about to be on.
Hot dogs, you know what I mean. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Hit me with the wide receiver. The wide receiver. The wide receiver. The wide receiver. Busted your clothes, doing sit-ups. Come on, baby, let me show you my chin-ups.
Get ready for this.
For that nickel double snake, I need a 5-finger gap. That's really, oh really what I need. Come on, hit me with that. Wide receiver.
Now, since the last time we knocked on the door, next time we're gonna kick the son of a bitch in.
Man, I'm doing drugs. I've been doing drugs.
Thanks, Mean Joe.
Go away and fix that smelly t-shirt with me.
Hit me from the rear. One receiver. One receiver. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Oh, one receiver. One receiver. One receiver. I say I put both my feet down, and still I didn't get the point.
He was with me.
You say the referee must have been smoking a joint.
He was with me.
I said, I put both my feet down, and still I didn't get the point.
You just don't listen.
Say the referee must have been smoking a joint. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Oh, see that.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And we are back, guys. Good morning, everybody that's watching, listening, and supporting. I really, really thank you. Thank you, sis. Good morning. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about, go ahead and drop it. And I promise you, I will out whoever it is that you need me to out. I'll do your dirty work for you because this is Messy Friday. But first things first. Miss Coffee with Charlie.
Yes, ma'am.
You put something in the messenger.
Yes, ma'am.
And the question was, what's happening with our hip hop, our guys in hip hop? Because if we all know, Shock G passed away. And from what I understand, the cause of death is unclear, but there were no signs of trauma. So are we thinking overdose? Are we thinking heart attack? What are we thinking? But there will be an autopsy. He was found in a hotel room in Tampa, according to his father. He was 57. And without having conspiracy theories, what's your conspiracy
Well,
theory?
first of all, let me say
What's
this.
your conspiracy
It's
theory?
not funny, but let me say this. I was talking to a friend of mine last night who's in the hip hop world, and
Hey,
he was
friend.
like, "Hey, friend," and he was like, you know, I don't even know what to say. He was like, that nigga was 57. I guess he was thinking he was like closer to him and DMX's age, and he was like, that nigga was 57. He almost our parents.
I did not know he was that old. I did not know he was that
just
old.
funny to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, why are we focusing on that? So this morning when I was brushing my teeth, I was thinking, because you know he was the one that discovered Tupac. So I'm thinking this morning, so when everybody else was in their early 20s, he was almost touching his early 30s, and he's the one that brought back 30s is the new 20s. He out here with these young cats.
But I did not know he was that. I did think he was closer to our age, or I did think that.
Yeah, so I don't want to speculate as to what or why happened, but unfortunately, being found in a hotel room the way that he was found,
no trauma.
No trauma. I'm almost thinking, there are drugs involved, and we know that this, there is a fentanyl, if you will, epidemic going around in this drug world, and
what?
So I don't know if it was that. I hope it's not that, but I'm kind of thinking it has something to do with some kind of a drug. Unfortunately,
yeah. Is that the new wave, though? Man,
but is it new? Because
it's not new, but when we found
people in the industry been doing drugs a long time.
They actually have, but whenever we hear about somebody being found in a hotel room, we instantly go to drugs, don't we? We instantly think.
We do. And he could have just been unhealthy and had an unhealthy heart attack. He could have just been tired. I think that a person can be so mentally and emotionally tired that, it's kind of like people can die from a broken heart. And so they just check out and they're just done.
I don't want to be that tired either. I don't want to be that tired. I don't want to be that tired. Also, in other news, Baby Blue of Pretty Ricky, he has to learn to breathe and walk all over again because somebody wanted something he had, and they critically shot him. He's in ICU, and he's been there for a few days.
So when was he shot?
He was shot one day last week. Now, the specific day, I'm not sure, but he's been in ICU ever since then. So
is he awake now?
Probably in and out. He's an ICU. I mean, they probably got him in a lot of pain.
Because when you say that he has to learn how to walk again and talk again, does he have to learn how to talk again? I'm wondering how did they already assess this? So
test. Probably, test,
brainwave tests and things like that. Okay.
Blood, testing his limbs and all of that.
Right. If he's been there more than a week, then I can see that.
He's been there about a week.
Okay.
He's been there about a week.
Normally, when that happens, the person has probably been paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, that does make sense.
Yeah.
That does make sense. But like we were talking earlier, when just because they recognize who he is, does that mean he got $1 million in his pocket right now?
Just because you recognize
me, to the ATM to get it, or where I gotta go.
And then not only that, I would think that you would have to assume. So maybe in his community where he lived, I would think that you would have to assume that I'm still actively working in some capacity or another. Because Pretty Ricky ain't been like popping like that for a minute. And I'm not saying they don't have royalties, because I'm sure they have royalties coming in. But do you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand, but
don't mean that my pockets is fat and laced.
Right, and they've been on the Love and Hip Hop Miami tip. And they've been doing that for at least 2 to 3 years, but I'm pretty sure it's not bringing in money like Pretty Ricky was bringing in money.
The average person, if they see somebody famous, automatically they equate famous with rich.
Right, and everybody that we know as famous is not rich. I mean, you got to learn, you got to know how to be out there to like It's like any other industry, right? Like I do my Charlie's Charms, my paparazzi.
You rich,
but I don't make a lot of I don't make a lot of money off of that. But there's women out there that do paparazzi and they literally make 6 figures. There's women out there that do paparazzi and they make 5 figures, and but they work their business every day. I don't work that business every day. You call me and be like, hey, you got a piece? Huh? Yeah, I got a piece. You got $5, but so.
Hustle every day. I'm hustling every day. I'm hustling. So with that being said, it's just crazy. We're still talking about the respect that we're trying to gain, but we're not respecting ourselves. And I have a message, and it may sound funky.
Okay.
Don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
I had someone say to me yesterday that they have friends that listen to the show,
mm-hmm.
and they thought that they asked her, were we racist? And so I was not offended about that. I'm not offended by that. I asked her again, well, did you ask them in what context did they ask you that in? And because right now we're all over,
because context is everything.
Right. Yeah. So my thing is talking to any and everyone, my black people, my brown people, my yellow people, my white people, my orange people, my beige people, whomever, my black people, whomever. If anybody has the audacity to ask you, are you racist because you are in your feelings behind what has happened to George Floyd, you, sir, ma'am, are racist.
Hello.
You are a racist yourself because
if you can't understand why we're angry, if you can't understand why our feelings are hurt,
where we're coming from,
if you can't understand where we're coming from with and not just with George Floyd, but with all the situations with black and brown people and the way that they're still being treated. Still. This ain't new. This ain't new. Say it again. This ain't new.
Just like we spoke on earlier in the week. Don't get mad because we pointed out. They get mad because we pointed out. We're not racist. We just speaking on what's going on and giving it to you in the raw. We ain't cutting no corners. We just letting you know exactly how it is.
Well, God gave us 10 fingers to point. If he didn't want us to point, he wouldn't have gave them to us. So point. I mean,
if you're a grown person, you clearly understand what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No matter what race you are.
And I had made a post because I had, at one point we were all in our Black Lives Matter mask, our T-shirts, and then I would get the stares when I would go out. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you see me in Black Lives Matter anything, unless you want your day completely effed up, don't say nothing to me
except my sister,
or pay for my groceries or pass along, pay it forward, whatever it is you're gonna do. But don't ever question or judge, because each and every one of us that are sitting in here is connected to somebody that's biracial. We are loving somebody that's biracial. We got triracial. We got grandparents. Each and every one of us got a white, black, Indian, and a Mexican grandparent. Each and every one of us. I don't think that there's any one person, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I don't think there's any one person on the face of this earth, not just even in America, but especially in America. But I don't think there's any one person on the face of this earth who is a pure race anything.
Right.
Pure Aryan blood.
There is no. I bet you take some of them Aryans and go do an ancestry test. They gonna be mad as hell. Talking about African American.
They're gonna be my cousin.
I want to point something out before we go.
Gotta point it out.
Because they great grandma from the plantation is they great grandma from the plantation.
And she was.
Go ahead, GB. I'm sorry. She
black.
black.
She black.
She was black. She was a black slave.
I mean, what the things that bother me, like I was looking at CNN last night. The Asian women that got killed out there in Atlanta. They already then put a law in place for them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Not that I have anything. You
just pointed out.
But what's the law?
I got an Asian friend. Well, I don't know.
Now you sound like them.
Dynamics in the law.
I'm
just saying,
a law in place to protect the Asians.
Well.
Probably making it a hate crime.
Making it a hate crime.
Making Asian violence, making violence against Asians a hate crime. And again, remember,
but you see how quick
they did that.
Put that in place.
Yeah.
When young black men been getting
So where's the law that says you can't shoot and kill a black man for jogging down the street in his own neighborhood? Where's the law that says you can't kill a kid for just going to the store and buying Skittles and tea and just walking down the street in his own neighborhood?
But see. Now, me saying that, I'm not racist against nobody.
Right. We get it. We get it.
The hate crime should apply
to everybody.
individual.
Mm-hmm.
It should be just Asians labeled on that. It should be everyone.
It should just be a hate crime.
But why is it not us labeled on it?
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'll still start from the top and say, the hell with a presidential election. The hell with a presidential election. Worry about our local election.
Yep.
Worry about local election.
Worry about, and now you see more of these people on these higher, what you want to call it, CNN, all these reports. Now you hear them saying
platforms.
Well, it's important now that you vote local. Y'all been knew that.
Yes, exactly.
Y'all just didn't want to promote it, but y'all been knew that.
And you got to understand.
Everybody caught up on these presidential elections like it affect us directly, and it don't.
It does not. But you do. But you do have.
Is what affect us.
But you do have to understand. If your vote didn't count, they wouldn't be trying to stop you from so hard from
that part right there. That part right there.
In reality, our votes go to the delegates. The delegates actually are the ones who votes that counts towards the presidential in reality.
Yeah.
Our votes go directly to the delegates.
That's what I'm saying. But they're trying to make. I'm talking about locally.
Even locally.
I'm talking about locally.
But in general, what she's saying makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
They would not try to suppress the vote if the vote didn't matter. So for all of you that say my vote don't matter, yes, fool, your vote matters.
Y'all remember the scene in Menace to Society when
which one? Because I know that movie.
He shot the people in the store.
We said about my mama.
But you know what? That it's you can go in the stores in these bigger cities and be black and people just follow you around the store.
They do that in Tulsa. What you talking about? They do that here.
A bigger city.
You remember the incident when the agent guy slapped a woman over here?
A
couple years back.
June.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are programmed.
What's her name?
But see, they are programmed to hate black people.
April.
You know what I'm saying? They're programmed to hate.
Well, then they can program themselves up out our black neighborhoods.
So what I'm saying is, but you do got some Asian people. I get along well with foreigners. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I get along well with foreigners, but everybody don't.
It could be this look you have, GV.
My point of saying that everything about the vote was saying this. If we see now that everything that's going on with the Asians and they talking about how they were going through traumatic
at a local level
for 3 months, right? It's been about 3 months, right?
Because they're being
targeted. Yes.
But when you have a community that's being attacked by police officers,
the world,
protection,
the world,
and they don't see that as you saying, oh, they're going through trauma, so we understand. So that's the reason when all these laws that they're trying to put in effect now for the Asians because of what they're going through in the community by talking about they're going through trauma now. But my point was that's why we need to vote locally, because if you can clearly see that they're promoting laws to protect them, but our children and stuff are being traumatized for years, but you're not putting laws in place.
Exactly.
So for us, then clearly we see that it's a problem with the people in place in our local communities in these offices.
And I just have one thing to say, and then we're gonna take a quick break because it's getting hot in here. Okay,
so take off. Y'all see I took my jacket off.
So then with this, I don't have any issue with the Stop Asian Hate slogan.
By no means.
Personally, I don't. But have you heard? No one has said stop all hate. Remember when it was Black Lives Matter? It was all lives matter. Now it's stop Asian hate. I have not seen.
But no one is saying stop black hate, stop white hate, stop green hate, stop all hate.
Yep. Nobody is
apply
saying
that same thing to us as well. You know, if you're gonna do that, do it for us. Put something out there for us. You know, to protect us. This George Floyd thing. That George Floyd thing. They said they trying to do that.
We're gonna work on your level of hope. No.
They said they trying to.
I'm gonna go buy you a drink of hope.
Get you another concealed on your other hip.
I'm gonna go buy him a drink of hope.
They said they're trying to pass something with George Floyd's name attached to it, but you need to do that. But apply it to when you do that. Apply that to everybody. Don't just apply that to just one.
You know what? Speaking of,
but okay, hold on 1 second. But why do we have to have anything applied? Why do there have to be laws put in place to say don't hate somebody? Why does there have to be laws put in place to say don't mistreat somebody? Why do there have to be laws put in place to say don't shoot people who are black and brown? I mean, what is wrong with you all? And let me just ask the question: white America, how is it? And I know it's not every white person, so I don't want to hear that. It's not all white people. I know it's not all white people, but it's a damn sure a whole lot of the majority of white people. And what I don't understand is how can you just wake up every day and just choose to be hateful against someone that you have not even sat down at the table with and had a cup of coffee and had a conversation with to get to know them for who they are, but you just simply choose by the color of their skin. I don't like you.
I got Asian buddies, I got Indian buddies, Mexican buddies. I have people from all walks of life that I fool with. And if I say this and you get upset, then you ain't no good. No, you're no good to me anyway.
Well, I want to ask you guys this. I want to ask you guys this. I want to ask you guys too. Brett Favre. What did you guys think about the statement that he said about how he feels about Derek Chauvin? Now, keep in mind, it was just brought to my attention that he's from Mississippi. I did not know that. I just knew he was
Brett Favre from Mississippi.
Yes, I did not know that. I just knew that he was an awesome football player. I just knew that he was going to go down in the history books. I just knew that his name was a household name. But to read that he said he does not think Derek intentionally killed Mr. Floyd, does that take some of his celebrity goodness away from him?
Well, yeah. In a way, you got to take a second look because it was there and it was visible for the whole world to see what he did. What he did was extreme, and if Brett Favre can't see that, then he's got a problem.
What about you, D-Real?
With the I would say with the African American community and some of the white dudes in the NFL, yeah. But you still got a lot of them in the NFL that think like him because there's been incidents that have happened with, I forget which particular quarterback, but one of his black friends was actually hurt behind it, where he was actually doing an interview and he was actually cried because I don't know if it was Brady or one of the quarterbacks that made a comment.
The Saints.
Or probably with Drew Brees made a
Drew
comment.
Brees when he made that statement about what LeBron said.
And so
yeah,
he made a comment that you know something like that.
I do remember when I do remember that.
Yeah, so you have something that's
when LeBron is
like him.
I'm sorry, LeBron. I love the way LeBron use his platform to try to help black people. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love
the way he used it to speak his mind.
Yeah.
And
LeBron,
he don't let them almost natural endorsements because apparently Mr. LeBron and his wife have taken their money and put it where it needed to be. So if LeBron never gets another endorsement in his life, he's covered,
good to go.
He has covered his family, and that is the epitome of being at the top and doing what you're supposed to do. Right.
It wasn't like
I like
now he's doing.
Oh no. He been doing it. Yeah, he been doing it.
Well, let's go back to Brett Favre for a minute.
Yeah,
so I think that to use his voice and he has the platform that he has to say, I don't think that Derek Chauvin intentionally killed George Floyd when we can clearly see the videos for ourselves that it was very much so intentional. Yeah. Even when he had other police officers saying, let's roll him over, let's turn him over, let's get off
let him stay put.
And he's saying, let him stay put. It was very much so intentional. So for Brett Favre to use his white voice to make such a statement, and you know that he has white followers, then and some people don't think for themselves. Some people just latch on to something and then they start following that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And so you have people that are following you and looking up to you because of the icon that you are.
You're spewing this mess.
And what you're spewing is absolute mess, absolute hatred and ugliness, because how can you look at that video, and I don't care what color skin you have, how can you look at that video and not say you ain't, but I am? And
when they say something like that's very, if you're racist, you've been racist.
Exactly. If you're racist, and that's what I'm saying.
But I don't think just because he said it, that's going to influence other people to, you know what I mean?
But it does influence followers, and for them it justifies
it can influence younger
generations. Yes, it does.
Like the teenagers or whatever that Brett Favre is there because to some people athletes are their heroes. To some people, those are the only father figures that are in the house. Those are the only people they see every week because there's no dad there.
They like role models.
So I think maybe not somebody our age, maybe not somebody in their 30s, but what about a 16-year-old D-Real? What about a 16-year-old?
He's not. I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, to me, that would be if he was an active player, somebody that but he's somebody that's old. A lot of these young guys don't really
Know who he is?
Know he is. That's
Okay.
why I was saying more of the people that's
already following him.
Yeah.
That's already on his team.
You don't see LeBron walking around making controversial statements like that. He judges a situation based upon what he see. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that's why I say I respect him more off the court than I respect what he do on the basketball.
On the court.
I actually do too, though.
You know,
I actually do
what
too.
he doing on the court, you know what I'm saying? You was fortunate enough to get drafted straight out of high school and go do your thing. You a phenom and whatnot, but that don't mean nothing to the average man, a real man.
Mhm.
Like Charles Barkley say, you know, a lot of them athletes, you know, hey, my father was my role model. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no basketball player. As much as I like Jordan and the rest of them, you know, hey, my father was my role model.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they human beings and they people just like we are. You peach them.
They put their pants on one leg at a time.
Right. So, hey, you know, that's my thing.
Well, you know, like I said, I've only known him because of, you know, the phenomenal football player he was. But I'm going to have to say that I may have to look at this again. I don't hate him. I wish him nothing but the best. But you are right. You can't be a person of that magnitude and say something so careless. That was careless.
Mhm.
To me, it was careless. You can't be someone of that magnitude and be so careless as to say something like that. But hey, it is what it is. Stop Asian hate, stop black hate, stop Latino hate. Let's just stop hating, period. KBOB 89.9 FM right now.
Energy flowing. I said it feels so good. I gotta tell you, my name is Stevie. What's yours, baby? Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. I'm watching you and only you, baby. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. You're blowing my mind. Gonna do a little dance for you. The girl looks just right to me. Ha! Combination, smile, body, physique. Whoa. All the ladies I've seen are really fine, but baby, I'm watching you. You're right down to my line. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. Baby, walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. Ooh, you're right for me. You're right to the T, baby. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. What must I do to let you know I'm taking you? Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. La 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 la.
KBOB, the home of the Bobby Eaton Show, the Juice Radio Show, and Two Dogs Radio Show.
I do it big, okay? You better RESPECT me.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Stay connected and call us now at 646-716-5525 and press 1 to go live.
Hey guys, we are back, and yes, we get ready to go at it.
It's a fight.
Fight. I love it. Okay. Question, topic, drop it. Trust. And why are there so many rules to it? Who really is the forgiveness for? The person that violated, inflicted the pain, or the person who was hurt? Why there's so many different levels of trust? Some people you can forgive and live with them, and some people you don't have to forgive and you can just go on about your business. So GB is real big on always saying, yeah, I can take my glasses off now. I need you to look me in my eyes. You are real big on saying, forgiveness. And I'm real big on saying, So, question as a guy and as a female, who is the forgiveness for? Is the forgiveness for the person who's been hurt, or is the forgiveness for the person who did the hurting so that they can feel better? Which is it?
For both.
You can't talk for me.
For both. For both.
Okay, so break it down. Break it down to us why you feel like
break it down
forgiveness
like
is for both parties involved.
Break it down.
Well, I'll start with myself.
Can you talk in your mic, please, sir?
Start with myself.
Not yourself personally. You just talking about your advice, right?
If I carry that whatever, that anger around with me every day, then I'm doing myself a disjustice because I'm giving you so much of my energy.
Okay.
If I'm just mad at you.
It's sad that y'all think that though, but go ahead.
I shouldn't be. I just shouldn't carry that stuff around with me every day. Because first of all, stress is just as deadly as COVID, if not deadlier. It takes a lot of people out here every day.
Stressing.
But
I hate a lot of people. Don't.
But you know what? When Mika and I were discussing this topic and bringing it to the table, I thought about that for a moment because GB, I have often felt like what you're saying, and I have often thought about it from that perspective, that to choose not to forgive someone it's like drinking poison every day, so to speak. There's an analogy out there about, here's a cup of poison, drink that every day. And that's what unforgiveness on the inside of you feels like. But the more that I really think about things that I have gone through in my life and people that I feel like I ain't here for them and it could go one way or the other with me as to their status in life and if they're breathing or not. I don't think that's what I know what the word of the Lord says, but and I'm not even gonna bring that to the table right now. But I don't think that well, first of all, I let Mika know forgiveness, whether even if you choose to forgive someone, doesn't mean that there has to be reconciliation of the relationship. But when I think about some things that have been done to me, and then when I think about the persons who done those things,
and what they meant to you,
and what they meant to me, I'm not necessarily walking around here every morning, waking up like, oh, let me think about all these people. Okay, now let me remember to hate them today. Now let me remember to give them so much of my energy today that I'm on purpose hating them. I don't think unforgive that out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. So just because I don't like you or have unforgiveness for you in my heart doesn't mean that I'm just focusing on that every day, meaning I'm not giving your energy to it. I don't give them any energy. But now if somebody come a knocking on my door or ringing my phone line and they say, hey, did you know that so-and-so was found tortured and killed in this dark basement, I'm going to be like, oh, wow, really great. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, oh, wow, really? That's so awesome. But at the same time, even though I don't really care about their well-being, doesn't mean that I'm focusing on them daily in the sense that I'm giving them my energy, because they're not that important to me for me to give them my energy every day. They're not that important for me to think about, oh, every day I just don't like this person. Oh, every day this person did me wrong. I don't have time to think about how somebody did me wrong every day. Okay, God bless you, and move on.
But that's your perspective,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But you know how people like, you know what? It's people that I'm not gonna lie, because I'm human. It's people that I would love.
You're a human.
It's people that I can't wait. It's at times I can't wait until they step to me with that bull. You understand what I'm saying? I've been like that.
Be anticipating.
I've been like that.
I wish,
but I know that's not right. I know that's not right. So I try to get that spirit up off of me. Did you have some coffee with Charlie? What you think about it? What you think about it, D-Real?
I only think it, as far as like forgiveness, come to play somebody that you interacting with on a daily basis.
That you're going to continue to interact with. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
It does.
And that's what I was saying. Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
If you can't forgive,
put your finger down.
If you can't forgive a person, how do you expect the Father to forgive you?
What Father?
In heaven.
My Father. I don't do stuff.
Our Father which art in heaven.
No, but here's my thing.
She said which Father?
Yeah, okay.
My Father live in Mexico, but okay. Well, let's back it up.
If you can't forgive
my daddy. But
why you talking about my daddy, you mean? Don't be bringing my daddy into this.
How do you expect the Father to forgive you if you can't forgive.
Let me tell you how.
And
Come on now.
If you're gonna say you're gonna forgive, that means letting it go.
See, I don't do that, so I don't be forgiving.
I'll forgive you, but
right.
then if you
don't lie to yourself.
Holding on to it, or you anticipate that you ain't
talk about it, D-Real.
Okay, well let's back up to my daddy.
Exactly.
You gotta look at the human
Talk in your mic.
Let's go back to my.
You still gotta look at the human side, because you might see somebody and you thought you done forgave them. But you ain't really over it yet.
Well, let's talk about my daddy for a second.
Okay.
Let's go back to my daddy.
I can't.
Don't do that.
Let's go back.
Don't do
No,
that.
leave her alone. Leave her alone.
You
leave her alone.
I'm talking about the father.
That's her daddy.
Yeah, at this point I am too.
No, we ain't talking about your biological.
Wait, I'm not either. I'm not talking about him either.
No, she can call him her daddy. I call him my daddy.
She know what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about him too.
Don't do that.
You said, how do I expect for him to forgive me? I'm going to tell you how I expect for him to forgive me. I expect for him to forgive me because of me personally. I don't go around purposely hurting people. I don't go around purposely making somebody else's life miserable. I don't go out of my way to do something that I know is going to hurt somebody. So if I do hurt somebody, that's a genuine mistake that I've made. He's going to forgive my mistakes. He's not going to keep forgiving my bull crap. So there's the difference between.
That's a whole.
Well, that's what we're talking about. You asked me.
Right there.
No, you asked me how. You asked me how did I expect for him to forgive me? He's going to forgive me because what I do is genuine.
And you want to know how else he's going to forgive her? Because what you don't see, what D-Real doesn't see, what Mika doesn't see is my heart. He searches my heart, and though so therefore he knows where my inner struggle is, my genuine inner struggles are, and he knows my genuine inside state of heart. Because here's the thing, I understand how you reap what you sow works, karma, some people call it. I understand how forgiveness and unforgiveness works, if you will. And I do believe in you will reap what you sow. And not only do I believe in it, is it doesn't have to be something that directly affects you. Sometimes your sins, and not even sometimes, most of the times your sins
to your children,
go and affects your children and people that you love in your circle. I've seen it happen in my life from my own father's sins. You understand what I'm saying? So there have been some things that have been done to me that I pray for the children of the people who harm me, because I don't wish on those daughters the things that have happened to me. I don't wish on someone else's children some of the things that I have gone through. You understand what I'm saying? So I might not be praying for that Negro or the person who hurt me, but I'm going to pray for his children, because I do not by no means want what he sowed to be reaped upon his children.
Right. And so that's what I was saying. So again, it's the forgiveness for the person who did the hurting to make them feel better, because I don't have to forgive you to feel better. I can really just simply say, you know what? I thought we were better than that and you chose to do this. So now I'm going to make a choice to just move on. And best believe when I move on, I'm not thinking about you. Don't let me see you on the highway broke down and your truck is on fire, because I'll be like, that look like GB,
and I'm
but I wasn't sure.
But check me out though.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to sound like a hypocrite or anything, because I do. I mean, I sin daily. You know, I ask for forgiveness.
Get up out of here.
I ask for forgiveness.
You need to stop doing that, GB.
Since you know,
stop doing that. Right. Since you know you sin daily. Since you know you sin daily. I'm not sinning today though, and I didn't even sin yesterday. Let me think. I didn't even sin yesterday. So you out here talking about I know I sin daily. You make him you sinning on purpose. You sinning on purpose.
I ain't gonna get up there like one of them old Baptist preachers.
You know what?
One of them old jackleg preachers doing everything.
Now you're judging. Now you're judging.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I will say, GB, I will say this, GB. To each their own. If a person does, don't get me wrong. If a person does decide to forgive, me personally, I do not think that makes them less than a person. So let me be clear on that. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I do not think Coffee with Charlie, D-Real, GB, I don't think if somebody did something to you and you chose to forgive them, that makes you less than a person. That's what you chose to do, and I respect that. But for me,
because if I say I forgive you, but then I see you want to bust you upside the head,
that's gonna be
I didn't really forgive you.
I'm just playing with myself,
and that's why I have to stay. And that's why I have to stay away from you.
I gotta try to get that spirit.
What I'm gonna do with that spirit is let that spirit channel me over here to another state.
I understand what you're saying, GB, but some people need their head busted open to the white meat. They just really do. They just really do.
But maybe I don't need to be doing it. Maybe I need to let God handle it. You know
but sometimes
vengeance is mine, says the Lord.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
Okay,
yeah.
But you know, but you're human. the human side of you. If you see somebody
And
that you want to get at,
I'm probably gonna get at them.
You might like, you know what I'm saying?
That flesh gonna rise up.
Okay, so
and like they
that's
say,
what I'm saying about
turn the other
praying
cheek. I am gonna turn the other cheek, but when I come back around to the other side, if you're still standing there,
you better not hit me again.
There's a problem with you still standing there because I gave you time when I turned the other cheek and did a full circle.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So not forgiving someone, people, does not make you a bad person.
No.
Maybe you're not going to forgive what they've done to you, so that you never have to revisit that place with anybody else again.
But just make sure you're not the one walking around as the problem.
Right. And let me kind of piggyback off of some things that D-Real said, but bringing it into what you're also saying too, Mika. D-Real said, and you can correct me if I'm not saying this right, D-Real. You're saying that it's not forgiveness if I'm actually still harboring it, in a sense that I know when I see you, I'm not going to speak to you. I know when I see you, I might pinch you. I know when I see you, I'm going to cut my eyes and roll my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still angry with you and I haven't let that anger go. But here's the thing about forgiveness and relationships. Right? Because there have been people who have harmed us and we have not necessarily had a relationship with them, or there have been people who harmed us and we have chosen to let that relationship go. But there are relationships, like marriages, people that been together for years, common law married, been living together, whatever that looks like. And, sisters and brothers, brother, sister. There's some really, really close relationships out there, right? So D-Real is saying, if I'm saying that I forgive you, what also comes along with that forgiveness is every time you see that person, or even every time an argument comes up, you do not throw that back in their face. You do not bring that back up. Real forgiveness says, not only have I forgiven you, but I have taken this wrong, put it to the side, and I'm not going to pick it back up again. I'm not going to put it back in your face again. We're not going to revisit this again. And so when you are in a marriage situation, when you are in a very close-knit relationship, whatever that looks like I got my cousin friend in Kansas City, and I love her, absolutely love her. That doesn't mean that we don't butt heads sometimes. But when we say that we forgive each other for one particular situation, I do believe real forgiveness in those kind of close-knit relationships means we're not going to keep visiting the same incident over and over and over. We're either going to forgive and forget and move on.
Put me in the game, coach.
Or is it real forgiveness? Get in the game.
Well, all I was going to say is I was not going to rebuttal any of that. I was just simply going to ask, is there a class or a pill for that?
We're gonna find you a pill.
Find me a pill because I need something I can take daily.
But
I'm gonna give you a one-on-one class.
As far as like the part where you're saying, if you see somebody walking down the street and not speaking to them, I don't really think that's because I don't really want to deal with you either. But I'm saying if I'm to the point where it's like we're not family, but if it's like anybody, I just know I'm feeling like if I see this person, I'm just going.
Right.
It's gonna take everything in me not to. But see, you ain't really forgetting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But who said you have to?
You don't. But I'm saying
nobody. Nobody, baby.
So that's why you saying it's forgiveness for you.
Yeah.
It's for you in a lot of ways.
Okay, that's what I was saying. So
in a lot of ways.
So that's the only thing I was asking. Yeah. Who is the forgiveness
for yourself?
For? Is it to make you feel better for what you've done to me? So why do I need to make you feel better for what you've done to me? I'm not gonna do that. I want you to feel this every single day.
But sometimes
you want them to know that you pissed.
Right. But sometimes people don't even know you forgave them. That you just forgive them in your heart and you go on about your business.
They still might think that you still like, man, I know they still
right.
But you probably in your heart, like
but you are do to do. I done gone on with my life.
They like,
one day you might
right.
be
Somebody might say, listen, hi Mika.
You ain't even have to say no. You just keep walking.
But you know what? But I don't even believe that doesn't mean that you have not had some kind of level of forgiveness in your heart, or I just kind of put this to the side because depending on what that person has you just calm down. But depending on what that person has done to you, I work on forgiveness in my heart. you know, for people that they don't even know I'm working on forgiveness in my heart. And I'm saying I'm working on because I got triggers, right? Something might trigger something within me and remind me of what happened. And then I'm like mad all over again on the inside, or I'm thinking about it, but I'm not mad to the point where I'm like walking around like puffed up or huffed up. I'm just reminded of what was done to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't watch certain Lifetime movies because I don't want to watch a man hiding in the corner getting ready to attack a woman. So there's triggers. So there's like reminders of things that have happened to you. And so then you think about those things for a moment, but I don't think about them to the degree like, ooh, you know, I wish I could get him alone in a dark room and tape him up with some duct tape and cut him. I might think about it for a split second, but I'm not like just laboring over those thoughts, and I'm not running around like and I'm not just running around like mad all day, and it's done messed up my whole day.
This is why I don't watch Lifetime though, because I be mad at them women for being silly. Like you are not that in love with somebody that you gotta be in their closet and all that. I don't even watch Lifetime no more.
Girl, they do.
You know
it's
what?
people out there like that. I met this young lady the other day. I went to a client's home, and there was
closet.
No, but wait a minute. I went to this client's home, and she had a door open and on where the balcony is, and this young lady came over, you know, and I said hi, and she was like hi, and she had this look on her face, and I had my intern with me. I said, girl, look at her. I said, that's a whole Lifetime movie waiting to happen.
How she said?
You could just tell on the look in her. She had this look in her eyes like she was seeing something totally different. Hi. And it was like, hi. It's a new victim.
Some people are more intrigued with negativity, being mad, upset, frustrated about dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What's dumb stuff though?
You know.
No, I don't know. You know. I mean, that could be a lot of stuff like dumb stuff. Like
it was dumb that woman took my wallet. It was dumb
dumb like
dumb like what?
Of the car you drive. I mean, so what do you mean? You mean like dumb how?
Dumb no. Give us some examples.
Yeah, like
give the listeners examples of dumb stuff.
Because when somebody comment on how I live, to me, that's dumb stuff. Because you don't live in my house.
You don't know what goes on in my house.
That's dumb stuff to me. When somebody comment, oh, she just got a car last year and she kept it. Oh, that's dumb stuff to me. That's my business. Why you care?
Why you worried about it? I mean, one way or another.
They're not intrigued with nothing that's gonna be helpful to them in the long run. They're not intrigued. They're not enthused about trying to apply that to their daily. You know, when you see things that that's good, gravitate to that like you gravitate to that dumb stuff, to that negativity, you know.
And I get that, but again, because you've said it 3 times, that you're human. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much I love you, and it doesn't matter if I have forgiven you or not. If you've done something that hurt me internally to my soul, I'm still going to be probably reminded of it when I look at you, whether I bring it up or not. That doesn't mean I haven't forgiven you. That just means that you hurt me to the core. And we all know that it takes years, right? It takes years to build trust. It takes years, which can be destroyed in 1 minute. In 1 minute. So it doesn't matter. Right. So it doesn't matter if I stay with you. It doesn't matter.
That's cold-blooded.
It's cold.
Say it. I'm about to say. You wait. You say what you said. Hold on, y'all. You say what you said, and then you come back in with your damn.
Trust takes years to build, and it can be destroyed in 1 minute.
Yeah.
That's hard that's hard. You know what I'm saying? That is hard. That is hard to compare.
But it's some real smack. It's some real smack.
Exactly.
Martin Luther King.
You want me to forgive you in this minute that took years to build? Nah, partner. No.
In all the years that we was building, in what moment did you think that it was okay to betray my trust?
Exactly.
And now I'm supposed to just be like, oh, okay.
No, you can't, because ain't nothing to explain. Ain't nothing but a gangster party over here. Ain't nothing in it, huh?
You just fell in it, huh?
You're not gonna cut it out here.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Girl, look like a gangster to you?
That's my ammo. I'm
like
not what I look like.
Okay,
I don't think that looking like a gangster has a look. I don't think that being a gangster has a look.
Yeah, you're right.
Have you seen that picture?
Right.
Have you seen Hoodlum?
Have you seen Hoodlum?
Yeah, you're right.
She said, "I am the queen."
She said,
"Did she look like a gangster?"
Have you seen 101 Ways to Die?
But I'm gonna say this.
Have you seen 101 Ways to Die? Wasn't none of them gangster. They just died.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
You know, one day we can feel like Malcolm by any means necessary.
I feel like that every day.
One day we can, we like Martin. We like Martin.
No, I ain't like Martin.
Both of these guys that died at 39 years old.
Right, but I ain't like Martin.
Wise beyond their years, and it was some deep individuals.
So basically, it was Malcolm.
But bring it home. You make these comments and
Martin said,
bring it home. You just be leaving us hanging out here with these comments. What exactly are you saying? What are you talking about?
We have become materially, the poor we have become morally and spiritually. We have learned to fly in the air like birds and swim in the sea like fish. But we have not learned the simple art of living together as brothers.
I ain't learned none of that.
As brothers. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, I get that. I get that part. But again, as your brother, as your sister, there's no way that I'm going to go out of my way.
Together as brothers.
And I get that. But Charlie, this dude, he be way off topic. I think you forgot what the topic is. Did you forget what the topic is? Mika, reintroduce it. Wait. We got 5 minutes in this piece. Mika, drop the topic. Drop the topic. Because this dude don't know what the topic is.
Come on. I know what the topic is. Listen, I know what the topic is.
Ma'am, I don't want to be softened up.
I'm trying to soften her up.
No, don't soften me up. No.
Y'all better be glad we on the air because I just want to cuss right now.
Leave me be.
I just want to cuss right now.
I'm telling you.
Listen.
Come on now,
listen. But as my brother. But as my brother and as my sister. As my brother.
Listen,
no, we did.
And then go back. No, don't tell
me. Don't tell me.
We don't need you to soften up nobody up in here.
Because if you look at the poster, it's gonna now say Martin, Malcolm, and Mika.
Right. Come on.
The human side of us, when frustration set in, you might do anything.
Anything
might come out. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
Did he really cry?
Come on now.
He didn't cry.
Okay.
Okay, I put it this way. I am. You know why you don't have to soften me up? Because I am soft. I'm so soft. Let me tell you, I am so soft. I really am. No.
She is.
I really am.
She is. I am. But let me tell y'all, a person can be as hard as they are soft. I have told people time and time again. I told my supervisor not too long ago. There is no gray space. There is no gray space. You either get the good or the bad, but there's no gray. So you pick. You pick where you stand with me. You all either on my left or you on my right, but there is no in between. You get to choose where you stand by how you treat me. You get to choose where you stand by how you talk to me. You get to choose where you stand by what we doing today.
Anybody could turn into the El Fulio in a matter of seconds.
I'm here for it.
Don't underestimate anybody.
I'm here for it.
Good morning. How we doing today?
El Fulio has arrived, baby.
Good morning.
All I'm saying to you is that just because I stand on my own backbone doesn't mean that I'm not soft. I'm soft to the people that I need to be soft to, and I'm hard to the people that I need to be hard to. I forgive who I choose to forgive to, and if I don't choose to forgive you, then I won't.
And I want to say something before we walk out.
I say it all the time, daughter.
Whoever that clown
what
was,
she say?
I ain't gonna forget it. Shamika, whoever that clown was that said,
what clown?
Are you guys racist and whatnot from the shop? Tell them you know what they can do.
I already told him.
Let's see how he gonna sit in here and talk about all this forgiveness and what me and what everybody else up in the studio got to do. But now all of a sudden he want to end the show with kiss my black ass.
No.
Mika in the morning. Eddie just said, I don't want to be a hypocrite.
But tell him this.
But tell him this.
This is my they can get on with that because
right.
they know.
Well, I did say that.
Everything that's going on.
I did say
I ain't
that.
saying you kiss my blood and all that.
No, kiss mine.
But get on with
kiss
that.
my karma colored ass.
This GB in the argument, y'all. This GB in the argument. He gonna cuss you out.
But just as he turns to walk away after he cuts you out, he gonna say, "But I love you. But I love you."
I just told you what I.
But I love you. But I did. But
GB, because you see what's going on.
But GB, did I not say that when I said? Did I not say that when I said if you question why we feel how we feel? Considering what's going on, then you are a racist. That is my nice way of saying, get on. I didn't cuss them out. I just made them think for themselves, right?
Me seem like I'm wrong because I'm speaking on what's being done to our people.
So would it safe to say that your trust was broken? Is it safe to say that the police has broke your trust?
I think a lot of people get it mixed up too. When you be direct, like people want you to be politically correct.
I ain't doing
just
that.
Like if I'm talking with a white dude and he like, yeah, man, me and this, or he's like, yeah, I seen this African American dude. I don't care if you say, I seen this black dude and this white. Yeah. I don't care if you say, but some people think like when you say, well, white people or white person, they think you being racist. No, I don't have to say Caucasian.
I'm just calling it like I see it.
I say white people, black people, Mexican.
Because
I don't have to say Hispanic.
Because Caucasian is a long word.
Dude, that's how we talk.
I met some cool people from all walks of life.
Chinese, Asian. I mean, I'm trying to be politically correct. I want you to know what I'm talking about.
Have you heard me say? How many times have you heard me say? And I know Clarence can probably attest to this. When we be talking, I'll say, dude, don't be giving me the politically correct. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Don't give me that. Right. Keep it real. Tell me what's real. Don't tell me what you think. And don't answer my question with a question because then you're going to make me mad.
Right. If I ask you a question, answer the question.
Right. Because then you're going to make me mad because now you're deflecting. But I have said, how many times have you heard me say that in the shop? Quit giving these politically correct answers. Keep it real. Because when you're giving up a politically correct answer or answering my question with an answer, really, you are doing nothing but deflecting what's really need to be said. So therefore, my trust in you has been broken.
Exactly.
No matter what nationality you're from, this is not always the case, but most of the time this is the case when they get to say, well, my black friends, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to say that. You don't have to come up with that. Your one black friend. You don't have to tell me about your one black friend.
Unless specifically your one black friend said something, then you need to know that my one black friend said that. That ain't how I feel. Yeah. But that's how if I'm a white person and my one black friend says something that's ludicrous or out of the way, or even if they make a good point, I need you to know where my one black friend is coming from so that you don't lump me and that
put everybody in a box.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
So again, is the lights blinking or is it my eyes?
No, it's the lights. It's the lights.
I ain't blinking that day.
Right. I need some clear eyes or something.
Some long blinks.
Okay. Bring it back. You guys out here at KBOB 89.9, you can trust us. You can trust us to bring the topics. You can trust us to bring the mess. You can trust us to bring the party. You can trust us to bring the drama. Just anything you want. We got you. But we'll be right back here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week, 7 to 8 a.m. And Monday, we're going to touch and talk a little bit more about Ma'Khia Bryant, because at this point over the weekend, we should have a little bit more information. I'm personally going to wait to give you my opinion on what I saw in the video and what I think should happen or who I think should be held accountable. We're gonna save that for Monday.
A lot of stuff I was mentioning.
So now I can't trust you. Now I can't trust what you say.
From the articles that they were posting when it first happened, it was like an article I read was talking about they were all foster kids in the same home.
Yeah, all that.
Now when I'm seeing more, I'm like, that ain't even the case.
Not at all. So that's what we're gonna talk more about. So everybody,
I can't trust
you, D-Girl. I can't trust you because you be messing with my feelings. I can't trust you. So, but I want everybody here to do a little bit more research about the Ma'Khia Bryant situation. I want everybody here to go actually watch that video and then hold your peace until Monday. And then we are going to talk about it. Yes, she was 16 years old. Was she right for committing a crime? Was she in the commission of committing a crime? Was that officer justified? The other adults out there, could they have stopped it? Could they have? We're gonna talk about all of that. We're gonna talk. No, we're gonna talk about it all. Monday. We're gonna talk about it all on Monday because me personally, I don't want to go into the weekend with this on my heart. I heard the weather's supposed to be pretty nice, and I'm gonna get up and get out and enjoy it. And I have this awesome, fantastic weekend playing with my awesome, fantastic friend. And yes, we're going to be cutting up. And just know, we won't forgive you if you mess with us. KBOB 89.9 FM radio.
When I first saw you, you had sparkle in your eye, like the stars at night, high in the sky. How I wish that you were mine, 'cause to me, you're one of a kind.